right. Yeah. Hello, everyone, to our first January yoga session here with Ela Impact. I'm Jana, and today we're going to detoxify our body. I don't know how it was for you, but for me personally, the holiday season is always a time where I eat a lot, I move less, and so I thought it's a good idea to, yeah, help our body to detoxify and digest. And in yoga, what helps us a lot for digesting and detoxifying is using twists. So we're going to twist our body a lot. If you experience lower back pain or anything, it's a good idea to really focus on your core today, and also to engage your glutes once in a while. But I'll guide you through that. And yeah, let's start standing at the beginning of our yoga mats. So start to ground your feet at the beginning of your yoga mat. And if it feels good, you might also already close your eyes here. Just observing the natural flow of your breath, your inhales and exhales, and feeling all four corners of your feet rooting down into the mat. And let this connection to the mat, to the earth, take you into this moment. And detoxifying doesn't only have to mean digesting like everything we eat, but also letting go of what we don't need right now. And maybe now it would be a good idea to let go of what was in the day before, like what you experienced this morning, this afternoon, and just always remind you to come back into this moment. There's nothing more helpful than using our breath to do so. So really feel your inhales and exhales, and if it helps you, place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart, and try to breathe deeply into your lower hand. So really try to focus on your belly breathing here. With your inhale, fill your belly. And with your exhale, let it drop and you draw your belly button in towards your spine. Inhale in, expand the belly, and exhale everything out. One more inhale, and one more exhale. And from here, find your natural breath. You might want to drop your hands besides your hip and roll your shoulders down and away from the ears to open your chest. Find this, stable posture, grounding into the mat, and at the same time opening your chest and rising with the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. And find one more circle of breath in your rhythm. And if you had your eyes closed, open them softly and bring your arms up and overhead. With your next inhale, reach towards the ceiling. Imagine grabbing apples or chocolate or whatever. Straighten your arms, but at the same time, relax your shoulders down and away from the ears. Inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the sky, and exhale, twist to the right side. Arms are horizontal. With your inhale, with your right arm, bring it up and overhead, left hand follows, and with your exhale, same side, open to the right side. 3 more like this. With your inhales, you bring both arms up and high. And with your exhale, you open your arms horizontal, hip stays neutral, and front. 2 more. In and out. Last one like this. With your inhale, reach both arms up and high one more time. And with your exhale, with a straight back, bring yourself into forward fold. You might want to pedal out your heels for the beginning. Wake up your hamstrings. If it's morning for you, it's usual that our hamstrings are very tight, so you're not alone here. And also, if you've been sitting a lot today already, they might also be a little tight, so wake them up. Bend your one knee at a time. And then slowly find your way into stillness. Bring your left hand underneath your head, underneath your forehead, and with your right arm, bring it up and high, open to the right side. Now you can stay here, or you straighten the right leg a little bit more and you bend your left knee to find a nice stretch on your left glute, your left hamstring. And here, really focus on opening your chest towards the sky. Find one more inhale. And exhale, bring your right hand to the mat, forward fold. With your inhale, find your flat back, halfway lift your gazes towards the mat. With your exhale, fold down. Now vertebra per vertebra, roll up into standing. Take one full inhale to get there. Your head is the last. Roll up. Exhale. Roll your shoulders down and away from the ears. All right. With your next inhale, we're switching sides. Bring your arms up and overhead. Reach towards the ceiling again. With your exhale, you open to the left side this time. Inhale, back to center, arms up and high. And exhale to the left. Keep on going, now this time in the rhythm of your breath. Let your breath guide you rather than my voice. Remember to keep your hips in line with each other. And find one more twist here. Whenever you're ready, bring both arms up and high. And with your exhale, with a straight back, lower down into forward fold. Now this time, place your right hand underneath your forehead and lift your left hand up and high. Straighten your left leg, bend your right knee, and feel into the stretch, especially on your left leg, left glutes, left hamstring. At the same time, try to open a little bit more towards the left side. If you're struggling with opening, you might also want to use your block or a book underneath your forehead. And find one more circle of breath here. Deep inhale and deep exhale. One inhale, release your block or your book if you had one. With your exhale, bring your left hand towards the mat, forward fold. Inhale, find your straight spine. And with your exhale, fold down one more time. With your next inhale, vertebra per vertebra, take all the time you need to get there to roll up into standing. Exhale, relax your shoulders, open your chest, and take one circle of breath to feel yourself after this first movements. And find your breath again. We're changing our sequence a little bit and trying to make it a little bit more dynamic. But if you have lower back pain, maybe try to make it slow and steady rather than rushing it. So see what your body needs today. Every day is different. So inhale, bring both arms up and high one more time. With your exhale, open to the right side. Inhale, both arms towards the sky, and exhale to the left. Inhale, reach up the arms up and overhead, and exhale, find your way with a straight spine into forward fold. Now find your halfway lift here, and stay here with your exhale. Now we're going to open to the left and right side, one at a time, and you can make it as fast or as slow as you want to. So for the beginning, open to the right side with your inhale, with your exhale through center. Open your left arm up and high and back to center. Now you can keep on going like this, opening to the sides, if this feels better for your back today. Or you might want to make it a little bit more dynamic. Opening to the sides, really twisting your body here, engaging your core, and trying to keep this neutral breathing. All is good, whatever you need today. If you do the dynamic version, engage your glutes to protect your back, and feel your core engaging here. Feel your inner fire, your Agni, and always find back to the stable and long breath. Keep on going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale one more time into your flat back and exhale, forward fold. Now, if it feels good, you might want to grab your elbows here. Maybe bend your knees a little bit to protect your back. Maybe say yes, say no with your head. And from here, slowly release your hands. Find your flat back one last time. Inhale here. And with your exhale, plant your hands and step your feet back into plank. Lower your knees and send your hips back into child's pose. Stay here for 3 cycles of breath, reminding yourself to ground your hands into the mat. Feel your hips, your glutes on your heels. One more inhale and one more exhale. Now bring your right hand beside your hip. And with your next inhale, you're drawing a circle with your right arm up and overhead, lifting your hip, reaching up to the front, and with your exhale, sending your hips back into child's pose, arm follows. So you bring your right arm up and high with your inhale, drawing the circle, imagining a brush in your hand. With your exhale, sending your hips back, child's pose. Do 3 more like this in your time, rhythm of your breath. Waking up your spine here, your hips. You might want to focus on engaging your core while you send your hips up and releasing your hips when you send them down. With your next inhale, stay with your arm up and overhead, reach your arm towards the ceiling, And with your exhale, thread your arm underneath your left shoulder. Bring your right forehead onto the mat. Finding this nice twist. Remember to keep your hips in line, parallel with each other. Feel the stretch in your right shoulder. And if you want to intensify the stretch, you can also bring your left hand at your right thigh to also open your left shoulder a little bit more. Wherever you are, it's completely fine. Every day is different, and your body knows what to do. Two more circles of breath here. With your next inhale, release your left hand. If you had it wrapped onto your thigh, exhale one more time here. Inhale, press into the left hand and reach your right arm up and overhead. And exhale, bring your right hand next to the left, send your hips back for child's pose. Find one circle of breath in between to feel the differences, left side, right side. If there aren't any, it's also fine. Now bring your left hand beside your left hip. And you know what's coming with your inhale. You send your hips up high, you lift your left arm. And with your exhale, you draw this big circle, sending your hips down into child's pose. Inhale to lift your hips, to lift the arm, opening your chest. And exhale, drawing this big circle, sending your hips down. 3 more like this. Keep on going in your breath. Let your breath guide your body rather than your body guiding your breath. Remember to engage your core whenever you lift your hips. And with your next inhale, you lift your hip. You lift your left arm up and high. Exhale, thread the needle. Thread your left arm underneath your right shoulder. Lower your left forehead. And you can stay here, or you can, if you did it on the other side, bring your right hand onto your left thigh to open also the right shoulder a little bit more. Really focus on having your hips square here. And breathe deeply into your belly. This is a good posture to let go of all the muscles in your belly, to give your digestive organs a massage. And one more inhale, and one more exhale. With your inhale, release your right hand next to your forehead. With your exhale, stay here. Inhale, lift your left arm up and high. And exhale, bring your left hand to the mat, finding child's pose for a moment. Really spread your fingertips, especially your thumb and your index finger. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips and send them back into downward facing dog. It's our first down dog of the day, so it might feel good to pedal out the heels here. And then finding stillness. And really today focus on pressing your thumb and your index finger into the mat and pushing your hip away from the mat. Inhale one more time, deep inhale and deep exhale. Now with your next inhale, lift your right heel up and high. With your exhale, step it in between your hands. Lower your left knee. Fingertips are on the mat. With your inhale, you open your chest. Fingertips stay on the yoga mat. With your exhale, you straighten your right knee, right leg, finding this runner stretch. We're doing a few like this, waking up our hip with our inhale, finding our low lunge, chest lifts, shoulders down and away from the ears. And with our exhale, straightening your leg, folding over the right knee. Inhale to open your chest, finding low lunge. And exhale to straighten your leg, folding over the leg. Do 2 more like this. Your breath, your movement. With your next inhale, stay in low lunge and reach both arms up and eye over your head. You can keep your toes tucked under, or you bring your foot onto your toes onto the mat. Inhale, reach your fingertips up and high. Now with your exhale, open to the right side. We've done that before in standing. So again, try to keep your hips in line. Tuck your pelvis. Find 2 more inhales and exhales here. With every inhale, drawing your belly towards your spine. With your inhale, reach both arms up and high, lean back maybe a little bit. And with your exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Tuck your left toes under, lift your knee. Inhale here. And exhale, bring your right foot back into downward facing dog. We're finding 3 circles of breath. You can stay in down dog, or if it's more comfortable for you, you can come into child's pose, into sitting position. Find your reset position where it's possible for you, where it's most possible for you to just observe your breath, the sensations in your body. Without judgment, just with observation. One long inhale in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth or nose. Now with your next inhale, lift your left heel up and high. Exhale, step it in between your hands. Lower your right knee. And like we've done on the other side, come onto your fingertips here. Inhale, open your chest, open your heart. And exhale, straighten your left leg, finding this runner stretch. With your inhale into low lunge, really opening your chest here. And with your exhale, sending your hips a little bit back, straightening your left leg, folding over your left leg. 3 more like this, your breath. Last one, extend your breath as much as you can to calm your mind. And with your inhale, find your low lunge again. Exhale, stay here. Next inhale, bring your both arms up and overhead. Release your toes or keep them tucked under. Inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Engage your core and open to the left side with your exhale. Your arms are horizontal. Draw your shoulders down and away from the ears. Your hips are in line with each other. And your belly button draws in gently towards your spine. One long inhale. One long exhale. With your inhale, reach your left arm up and high. And exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Tuck your toes under, lift your knee, inhale here. And exhale, bring your left foot to meet the right in downward facing dog. Now do whatever feels good in downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling out the heels one more time. Maybe moving your hips from side to side. And in your time, find your way into stillness. Feeling the foundation with your inhale, and with your exhale, pressing your hip away from the yoga mat, up towards the sky. One more inhale like this, and one more exhale. Now inhale, lift your right heel up and high. Exhale, step it in between your hands. Pivot on the left foot. Left foot is in 45-degree angle. And you lift your arms with your next inhale up and overhead. Exhale, sit down, warrior one. Classical warrior one today. So try to keep your hips parallel to the front. Imagine like you have light bulbs in your hips and they want to shine towards the front. If this is not possible in warrior one, it's also fine to lift your left heel off the mat, finding this high lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. And inhale, open your chest. Breathe into your chest here. At the same time, remember to draw your belly button in, to tuck your pelvis, to protect your spine. You might want to engage your glutes to release your, like the muscles of your lower back a little bit more. Inhale, open here. Gaze towards the ceiling if it's possible. And with your exhale, lower down your right shoulder in the direction of your right knee, finding this surrender version of our warrior. Surrendering down to whatever you believe in. Or maybe just to your body, to your own body. That's giving you the opportunity to do yoga, and to do everything that you need to do to achieve your dreams. One more inhale. With your exhale, release your hands next to the right heel. Bring your arms up and overhead with your inhale. Pivot on the left foot and sit down into warrior two. Now, this time, heels are in line with each other. The arms are horizontal. Gaze is over your right fingertips. And relax your shoulders down and away from the ears. Inhale, reach forward with your fingertips. With your exhale, lean back, peaceful warrior. Bend your right knee a little bit more. Inhale, come back to center, warrior two. With your exhale, find your way into triangle pose, straighten your right leg. And reach up your left arm, up and high. Inhale here. And exhale here. Now with your inhale, find your way into triangle warrior, like peaceful triangle this time. So reach your right arm up and high. And with your exhale, bend your right leg, right knee, find your way into warrior two. Inhale, bring both arms up and overhead. Lift your right heel, your right toes off the mat. Pivot on the right foot. Bring your heels a little bit more in and sit down into goddess pose. Bring your hands together in front of your heart center. Bend your knees, sit down into goddess pose. Now bring your hands on top of your legs. With your inhale, keep the straight spine, draw your belly button in. And with your exhale, let your left shoulder drop towards the ground. Open to the right side. Inhale through center. Exhale, right shoulder drops towards the ground. Inhale back to center. And open to the right side. Left shoulder drops. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. One more round like this. Inhale through center. First to the right side. Bend your knees more. Inhale center. And exhale last time to the left side. Inhale, find your way back to center one more time. Bring your hands together in front of your heart center. Feel the shivering of your knees maybe. Inhale one more time. Exhale, straighten your legs, bring your knees towards the mat. Find your wide-legged forward fold. And again, you might want to say yes and say no. Releasing your neck muscles here. And from here, slowly walk your hands towards the left side, bending your left knee. So you might be on the other side now. So then it's correct. And now lower your right knee if it feels good, or you can keep it lifted. And you can stay here, or you might want to bring your elbows onto the mat or on top of a block. Finding this lizard pose here. Really feeling the opening of your left hip. If you're still on top of your fingertips, that's fine. If you're down here, that's fine. If you're using block, that's awesome. Stay wherever you are and just observe what's happening in your body right now. And this is a pose where we might feel some emotions. In yoga, we say that all our emotions are stored in our hip. Also, small traumata that we experience every day. So if you experience sadness, anger, happiness, whatever, just observe that and don't judge it. And let it go with every exhale. Find one more circle of breath here. With your next inhale, slowly walk your hands back, tucking your right toes under and sending your left foot back to meet the right. Now find downward facing dog for 3 circles of breath. Or you can also pause in child's pose. Do whatever it feels good now to just observe your breath, your sensations, differences between left side, right side, especially your left hip might feel a little bit different now. Long inhale and long exhale. Now, with your next inhale, lift your left heel up and high. And with your exhale, step it in between your hands. Pivot on the right foot, 45-degree angle, and reach your arms up and overhead with your inhale. Now exhale, stay here, relax your shoulders down and away from the ears. Imagine again these light bulbs on your hips, trying to reach to the front. And if it's not possible for you to keep your hips in line with each other, parallel to each other, you might want to lift your right heel off the mat. Now with your next inhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Exhale, open your chest and breathe into your chest with your next inhale. Feel this opening. Feel the stretch in your chest, your shoulders. And inhale one more time before you melt down your left shoulder towards your left knee. Keeping your balance. Maybe finding a drishti on the mat, gaze on the mat, or gaze onto your navel, wherever it feels good. One more inhale here. With your exhale, release your hands, fingertips beside your left leg. And with your next inhale, you bring both arms up and high, pivot on the right foot, and sit down into warrior two this time. Gazes over your left fingertips. You might want to roll your shoulders down and away from the ears one more time to really open here. Press your left knee a little bit more to the left side to really open your hip here. Press into the outer edge of your right foot. Inhale, reach to the front. And exhale, lean back, peaceful warrior. Inhale here. Exhale, reach to the front with your fingertips, straighten your left knee. Exhale, melt down. Left hand can be on top of a block or at your calf. Make sure that you don't collapse into this posture. It's more important that your spine can be as straight as possible and your right arm can open, or your right shoulder can open, more important than your right arm. Inhale here. Exhale one more time. Now engage your core with your inhale. You come back into warrior two. Pivot on the left foot. Toes are opening to the sides. Heels heels face towards each other. You bring your hands together in front of your heart center. Inhale one more time. And exhale, sit down into goddess pose. Now this time, stay in goddess pose, focusing on tucking your pelvis in, drawing your belly button in towards your spine, and keeping your nice and steady breath. Feel your belly extend with your inhale, and with your exhale, drawing your belly towards the spine. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, draw it in. One last inhale. One last exhale. Inhale here. And exhale, straighten your legs. Bring your hands towards the floor. Your heels or your feet can be parallel to each other now. And find your forward fold. Now place your left hand under your forehead. And like we did at the beginning, open to the right side with your next inhale. This time it could be a good idea to place a block under your left hand and to find 2 circles of breath to really open here. Open your chest, feeling the twist. Maybe also feeling the massaging of your internal organs. One last inhale. Exhale, switch sides, bring your right hand onto the block or onto the mat and open to the left side with your inhale. Again, try to keep your hips square, in line. The opening should happen on your upper body. And try to have your spine as straight as possible. Create space wherever it's possible. Inhale one more time. And exhale, release. Release down. Maybe say yes and say no with your head one more time. And allow your body to surrender down. Now slowly walk your hands towards your right foot. Bend your right knee. And if you had your left knee lowered on the other side, do so the same here. Or you can also keep it lifted if you did on the other side. Now your hands can stay like this if the stretch is enough for you today, or you might want to walk your elbows towards the mat, or you can place a bolster underneath your elbows or a block or whatever you can grab right now. Take your time to find your way into lizard pose. A posture to release tension in our hips, release stored emotions and traumata. So be gentle with your body here. Using your exhale to release tension wherever there's still tension left. And if you had a bolster or a block, maybe after a while, you might want to release it and bring your elbows towards the mat now. Let's see what feels good today. Every day is different, every side is different. And find one more circle of breath in your variation. With your next inhale, slowly walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Lift your left knee off the mat and slowly in your time, bring your right foot back to meet the left. And one last downward facing dog here. Feel the difference between the beginning of our yoga session and now. Maybe your hips feel different, maybe your spine feels different, maybe your mind feels different. One more inhale here. And with your exhale, lower your knees to the mat and sit beside your heels. Bring your feet to the front. We're finding sitting position here. Extend your right leg in front of you and bring your left, like the left sole of your feet at your inner thigh of the right foot, right leg. Now reach both arms up and overhead. Inhale here and exhale, fold down as much as it feels good today. And with your inhales, now really focus on keeping your spine straight, straightening your spine. And just with your exhale, lowering down, releasing tension. Flex your toes here. Engage your whole right leg. And it's not important how deep you come into this posture. It's more important on focusing on a healthy variation. Some people are good in shoulder opening, some people are good in forward folds. Doesn't say anything about your personality or whatever you judge it for. One more inhale and one more exhale. With your next inhale, slowly come up, bring your left hand behind your hip, and with your right arm, draw a big circle to lift your hip, finding a wild thing variation here, feeling into the opening of your hip. Find one inhale, and exhale, lower your hip to switch sides. Extend your left leg and bring the right sole of your feet into your inner thigh. Again, focusing on creating a straight spine. Inhale to reach up your arms overhead, and exhale to forward fold. Flex the left toes. And if it's possible, you might want to try to lift your heel off the mat and see if it makes a difference in how deep you can bend forward. If you lift your heel, it engages our psoas, and this muscle is very important for forward bends, so you might want to play with it now. Try not to force anything. Your body knows the way. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Inhale, slowly walk your hands back to find your straight spine. Bring your right hand behind your hip. And with your left hand, make a big circle to lift your hip, to create space, to open your chest. Inhale one more time here. And exhale, lower your hip. And find any comfortable sitting position where you can really have a straight spine. So it would be a good idea to place a block or a bolster under your hip if cross-legged is a good position for you right now. But you should be really able to allow your belly to have space and to really have a straight spine. So before we're finding our way onto our back, we're going to do Kapalabhati, which is really helpful for our digestion. And as we're doing a detoxifying flow today, I think integrating a short pranayama is helping our body to do its work. So in Kapalabhati, you simply focus on a forceful exhalation, and your inhalation should naturally come. So actually, simply what you do is you exhale forcefully and draw your belly button in towards your spine while you exhale. So it's more or less like this. And we're doing 20 of this 2 times. So do it in your rhythm. You don't have to follow mine. Focus on your body. And if you're pregnant or it doesn't just feel like it today, just skip it and keep a seated position. So find one long inhale here and one exhale. Inhale one more time and exhale one more time. Then inhale for Kapalabhati and start. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Long inhale and long exhale. Observe any sensations so far and allow your belly to let it fill with air. And prepare yourself for the next round. Inhale for Kapalabhati for 20. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Find your long inhale and long exhale. Now, from here, release your bolster or your block and find your way onto your back. Maybe you want to hug your knees in here for a moment. Maybe rock your body a little bit from side to side. Now from here, let your knees drop to the right side, finding one last twist. And now there's no need to do anything anymore. Just feeling your body in this twist, which is good to massage your internal organs, to help your digestion, and also to give your immune system a boost. So just try to release any tension that is left. Find one long inhale here. And one long exhale. With your next inhale, you bring your knees back to center slowly in your time and let them drop to the left side with your exhale. Your gaze can either be towards the ceiling or towards your right hand. And feel yourself in this twist. Find one long inhale here. And one long exhale. Now inhale, bring both knees back to center. Grab the outer edges of your feet and bring your knees in towards your shoulders to find happy baby. And today, focus on having your back flat with the mat. One more inhale. And with your exhale, release. Send your heels back or send your heels away from your hips. Bring your arms beside your hip. And if there's anything you need before we dive into Shavasana, take it. And if not, just find your way into Shavasana. The most important posture for our digestion. Sometimes we skip it, but today really try to release any tension that is left. And just let your body do the work. And we're finding 3 or 4 minutes of silence in Shavasana. And then slowly begin to feel your body on the mat. And feel your belly rising and falling with every in and exhales. And begin to deepen your breath. And start to wake up your body with small movements in your fingertips, your toes. Rotate your ankles and your wrists. And stretch yourself. Maybe bringing your arms up and overhead. And to really stretch your fingertips away from your heels. And then in your time, find your way onto your favorite side. To pause here for a moment. And this would be a good moment to appreciate yourself for showing up today. To helping your body to detoxify and reset. And then in your time, find your way into any comfortable sitting position. No need to rush. Take all the time you need to get there. And when you're there, find one more moment in silence to feel your body, to feel the sensations of your yoga practice today. And then we're sharing one more breath together. Bring up both arms up and overhead with your inhale. And with your exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart center for Namaste. And I'm very grateful for having you here today, to starting the day with detoxifying our body. And for me personally, more important, detoxifying our minds. Yeah, because I think when we start to detoxify ourselves, there's more space for love and caring for others. So thank you for being here. Namaste. So thank you all for coming today. And if you have any questions to Julia and me, we're still here to answer all of them. And if you have any feedback, how we can support you better, let us know. And we'll be happy to meet you again on the mat.